Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to this Week 4 Advanced Division game between Easy Clap and Genetic. My name is Acrinator, joined by Corbs on color casting, and this game has the potential to be rather interesting. Of course, Genetic didn't get very far in the mid-season tournament last weekend, but just prior to that, last Saturday, so 8 days ago, they actually went to map 5 against Goats Only, and as someone who just recorded that VOD yesterday, it was kind of close. Now, mind you, they didn't have Tevatron in particular. They had Pongo ringing on main tank, so quite the step up in terms of tank. But either way, they have the potential. So, Corbs, what are you thinking as we head into the first map of Busan any minute here?
Yeah, so Genetic was actually one of two teams to not pick up anyone during the midseason draft, and our the other team being Trolla Gang is the only reason why they have a full roster. Easy Clap, on the other hand, picked up Pixel Storm, which is a very scary main tank player, and same, and they also traded for Recto, which Recto, if he locks Tracer, GG, go next. However, Genetic does have Chief coming back into the lineup this week, and that could be a very key factor in basically like a protect the president strat, or in this case, protect the Canadian.
Possibly, yeah. Looks like the teams are pretty much ready. For the most part, we're just waiting for Pixel Storm, the lobby host, to click the little shiny button that says start match. Either way, we're going into Busan. It looks like they are very much ready. Yep, okay, immediately once the R's came rolling out, we're hopping into Busan. So what are you expecting to see here in terms of composition, Corbs?
Composition, depending on which map we start off with, which we are going to be starting off on the drum map, I like to call it. I This map does favor heavy poke and slash wrecking ball compositions, and basically your goal here is just to set up your sniper, get lines of sight, and kind of poke them out before they can actually do anything.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, we do have I don't even recognize
That
the
a double
name
main tank
Trip.
comp?
Yeah, well, we do have Pixel Storm and Baz. That's not the actual Jason DL. Unfortunately, he's off picking mushrooms in the forest or something. I'm not really sure, but he's not been in League Zero for many seasons. Okay, actually, yes, it's just Trip is on the team, just hasn't really played much at all. They usually have blues.
Double main tank comp.
Yeah, we do have the contenders. Winston Reinhardt composition coming out from Easy Clap, or as I like to call it, the feed or die comp. Just a little bit of poke as both teams head up towards the high ground, towards the drum to you players try to play around point, but immediately we have Easy Clap just pressing the W key, finding the kills. Already Tevatron just falling. Gone. Back to spawn. Good day, sir. As Chief is really the only one on Genetic who's able to find anything there, and that's just Baz. I mean, the Winston isn't necessarily the most valuable thing in this composition for Easy Clap, so that's a quick point capture as Declan gets staggered pretty hard.
Yeah, luckily with Declan, he is Tracer, so the mobility is relatively quick there. The thing is, they just walked into the backline for,
Oh,
but Nepo goes down to Trip. Go figure. Wrecking Ball is one of the best counters for Reaper.
well, Nepo now gone. That is a huge portion of the damage for Easy Clap. No, gone, but Recto dive bombs onto Declan, the Tracer, now out of the fight. This is going to be even more difficult. No one notices Recto. Okay, Chief notices Recto. There is no way he gets out of this alive. Surely not. However, the supports of Genetic fall almost immediately, and that's just Easy Clap cleaning up house. And point doesn't even flip. No pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, the good news is though, Chief does have the Bob to throw onto the point, and we are going to be seeing a hog swap, which going into two shields is going to be very difficult. Widow will be basically playing way out your line of sight.
A little bit of a pincer move coming in as the Bob from Chief coming out, preventing Easy Clap from disengaging too easily, and they actually lose quite a few members. Baz has to jump off the point, or off the map rather. That might have even been a mistake based on his match chat, but Genetic a little bit slow to try and recapture the points. We even get a recontest from Ectophobia on the Widowmaker of all things, and it doesn't look like Easy Clap wants to give this up so easily, but eventually they are forced to, as Recto's the only one coming back.
Yeah, the hog can create a lot of pressure, especially for the supports there, because the threat of the hook is can be absolutely devastating, plus the entire self-sustain. And yeah, that's it. I think that.
Chief might be getting quite a lot of kills here, but he gets squished by Pixel Storm. That's going to be a rather quick point flip back over to Easy Clap. 70% and counting. It's like a fight and a half territory.
Yeah, Genetic needs to like lose a fight fast or just win this one outright in order to actually have a second fight, and it doesn't look like that'll be a possibility as we are going to see the ball start to pressure the Winston on the side here. Also, Reaper gets his Wraith Force out early here, so...
Rectophobia off in the sideline will find one, but is forced out by Trip, who is somewhere off in the backline, does actually manage to get that touch. The overtime will be procs, but the rest of Genetic are slowly falling. Shupak left out alone. Buffalo does not get the... it is finding kills left and right, and Declan will finish him off, but there's only so much he can do. Mothra, I'm not sure who that ult belongs to, but actually that might be Beast, now that I think about it. That is their normal main support player. Either way, that's going to be Easy Clap, taking it on Sanctuary rather demanding, in a rather demanding fashion. That's Sep? Oh, it might be.
The comp on this map that Easy Clap ran earlier it's definitely going to work on this map. I mean, you have the Winston to contest high grounds easily, and well, just in case, I mean, well, it doesn't look like Genetic is playing a hero that would like to access high ground other than the Baptiste, but like Hanzo and Junkrat is going to be great spam. Zarya, yeah, she can provide 2 bubbles to help provide protection against the spam against this composition, but otherwise they're very playing pretty much a glass beauty comp.
Well, once again, Easy Clap, first team to take position towards the very center of the map. Chief actually finding Rectophobia, despite the latter finding the former's turrets. Trip actually finding Buffalo as well, but the kills immediately coming back in favor of Easy Clap. Trip on that high charge. Zarya, well, losing the charge now, but does find enough kills to give Genetic that first capture.
Yeah, Genetic getting that first capture is actually relatively nice for their comp because usually with their compositions, they like to have their Zarya build up charge and let them carry. They have 2 great damage dealers in Corbin Reaper just to keep that close range step.
Once again, we have the collapse in from Easy Clap. They're never slow in these sort of things. They do lose both of their tanks, however, so they're going to have to approach this very carefully if they do decide to push in. Nepo does have that dragon, should they desire, and Shupak stood no chance off in the corner. Nepo still finding kills even without the ultimate available, preventing Genetic from pushing forward, and will actually get the flip despite having 0 tanks in that engagement.
Yeah, DPS did a lot of work there, specifically Nepo. Nepo was just finding body shots, but that's still more than enough damage considering Hanzo can still 2-shot just by landing those body shots. If you're on Genetic, yeah, pop that window early, try and find an early pick here, maybe catch someone out of position.
Quick rotation, forcing Easy Clap to move back towards the point, giving up any high ground advantage, but Nepo off on a flank will actually find Shupak. That's the Lucio now out of the fight. Genetic can only move so fast, and even less fast without the protection of Trip, but a few kills do go in favor of Genetic. Easy Clap no longer has any DPS. Tevatron looking for a shatter, but will get blocked by Pixel Storm. The main tank difference, if there ever was one, the mana boost coming on to the German Crusader, and Pixel Storm just pressing WM1. Might as well call him Brigitte, as Genetic still looking to stabilize here, but not really finding the picks, and they do have to back up, especially with an Angry Monkey in their face. Baz looking to make something out of it, but it's actually Recto and Pixel Storm who will fall, so the onslaught from Genetic with renewed vigor coming forward, losing both of their DPS once again, and Genetic flip it back over.
Yeah, and they do have a grab for this next fight, so they can basically just get a free fight win if Pixel Storm doesn't land a massive shatter here. So they also do have a Blossom and a Beat just as insurance, just in case. As you can see, Chief is looking for that Blossom.
Oh, the Death Blossom from Declan gets bubbled from Trip. Finds 3, quick fight win as Declan gets the 5k in general, and Easy Clap not looking particularly hot here on downtown.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing a switch to a Bastion and Pharaoh, which I mean,
Uh,
okay, that's one thing of trying to assert your dominance, I guess. Good luck, but
well,
and in the game,
well,
apparently.
that Reaper guy with his double revolvers does wonders against the Flying Menace, as it turns out. We do have quite a few ultimates being invested from primarily Genetic here. They want to make sure they hold on to this point. The turret actually doing a good amount of work in pressuring Recto out from the main area. Baz now Nanode looking to get something out of it, but it's actually Buffalo and Pixel Storm to fall almost immediately into this fight. The beat allowing them to stay alive through Baz's Nanode tirade, and it looks like it's all Genetic. Easy Clap can't even touch, and Busan not actually looking too bad for Genetic.
Yeah, Genetic is just playing more aggressively into this composition. I mean, yeah, they do have the Zarya bubbles to protect the Reaper, and Declan is able to find picks super consistently, whether that's on a flank or just straight up in your front line, just pumping out damage. We are going to be going on to the very brawl heavy map of Mecha Base here. Recto is still going to be rocking the Bastion, which is going to be interesting, and Anna over Baptiste is going to be a very interesting call, considering that Anna doesn't really have like two ultimates to her name, I guess you could say.
Well, now we get to see that this Bastion is not, in fact, a meme. Recto is running out on it. We'll get to see if he makes anything of it or just feeds. Either is possible. Big anti-nade coming in onto a few members of Genetic, but it's actually Pixel Storm the first to fall, and the Reinhardt is more than likely more valuable than a lone Junkrat, and sure enough, Genetic actually finding the picks they need here. Tevatron getting a little bit aggressive, but isn't really in danger of doing anything other than finding Nepo for that staggered kill. Easy Clap gonna give up first point capture once again.
Yeah, Easy Clap giving up that first capture is it can be pretty difficult, especially pushing into Drip, who's such a high guard right now. And yeah, they're gonna hit the
Oh no, Pixel Storm got a little bit too aggressive without his team there and ready. We actually have Shupak going to touch the spawn doors, and Easy Clap just falls apart. Declan loses to Recto's Tracer, but I think just about everyone in the league loses to Recto's Tracer, so fair. But still, that's Genetic with a clean fight win. I don't know what happened, but apparently having Ponga ring for him might have lit a fire under their asses.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry if my mic's quality is sounding like shit. It's again friend's headset, but yeah, they're basically just hitting the go button constantly and not letting Easy Clap just play the game.
This looks like a completely different team, especially for the front line of Genetic in particular. Of course, Tevatron has been around for most weekends outside of last weekend, or at least the week 3 game against Goats Only. But I mean, Trip really hasn't seen a lot of playtime recently. He's looking pretty darn good. Declan getting a little bit dangerous there with the sleep and a boost, but immediately the Graviton surge to make sure that Baz's Nanoed Wisdom can only do so much damage. Nepo on the flank will find 2, and that opens everything wide up for Easy Clap. They should be able to get onto the point, but they're only in 2-fight territory. And actually, Trip is still going on a tirade. This man really making one hell of a debut. I think it's his debut, at least, from what I recall. Still finding kills. He's probably going to die here, sure enough, but I mean, fight and a half territory.
I mean, yeah, oh no, losing Shupak there is going to hurt that rate contestant. And we are going to be starting to see the ranked meta kind of swing into action here. It feels like it's 6 individuals fighting here, which is very poor for Genetic.
Oh dear. Pixel Store maybe getting a little bit too into the moment. The Shatter wasted, and now we're having Genetic getting ready for this next engagement.
Yeah. We just gotta wait to see them actually pop their ultimates. Look at this, it's 5 ultimates.
Shatter coming in actually finds Pixel Storm, what looked like from his perspective around the corner. Tevatron now on the point, a little bit more alone than he probably wanted, but the Riptire coming in as some backup, and actually Tevatron's still alive. The Riptire from Chief finds 2. Both tanks, no less, and this is looking like Genetic getting into that dangerous one-fight territory. It's really only Nepo and a few spawns coming back now for Easy Clap. They gotta make something work here, because nothing has been this round.
Buffalo switching on to the Moira could actually be devastating for the Blossom here. I mean, yeah, sure. Landing a stun is super easy, but
Oh no, and the Graviton Surge doesn't even have to find anything. They're just ulting left and right. They do have a few people able to touch. Mothra is there, but they know he's there. He's not really going to be able to. And sure enough, Genetic goes up 1-0 in the series. That is not something I would have expected to say coming into this.
yeah, that was Genetic is they're honestly having something that works. I mean, Declan on Reaper especially has just been murdering everyone. It's I mean, that's kind of what Reaper wants to do, especially with his fat blossom in the process. Look at that. Wow.
Well, whatever they're doing, they just need to stick to it because this is probably some of the most success Genetic has found all season long. I mean, just looking at their scores leading into this weekend, I mean, they got basically annihilated every single week outside of week 3? Yeah, where they took it to map 5 with Pongo ringing, and I mean, Pongo's Pongo, so he's just gonna do his own thing, and it's gonna happen fast. We do have looks like Chief now out of the lobby. No, he's coming back in. Okay,
Maybe.
I was a little bit worried they were gonna swap something up. At that point, like you don't swap anything up. You just keep doing that until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, that like honestly, especially for this team, just keep sticking to the thing that works and let wait until Easy Clap counters it. I mean, that trip on Zarya especially has been pumping out a ton of damage, and again, this is his season debut, and he's been looking phenomenal. Another and like really just play around Trip and Declan, and you'll basically win the game. Um, I mean, granted, Easy Clap was definitely trolling a little bit, so very big, very interesting, I guess you can say. Interesting. uh like plays coming out, if you can call it that.
It definitely feels more organized than Genetic has been as of late, right? They've had their bright spots, and I don't even want to sound like we're disparaging Blues, their normal like diva and off tank player, right? Because he's also been an extreme bright spot, but I think they are leaning more towards the Zarya composition because Trip's been playing that a lot more, and it seems to be working really well. So maybe they just have one off tank for different specialties, but whatever is going on, it's working. So I mean, don't swap it up, as we will get to see Easy Clap here on Eichenwald. Our second map, they will get the chance to defend first.
Yeah.
That is not their choice. That's Genetic choosing the side, but Easy Clap did choose the map. Of course, remember that Kings Row is not in the map pool for now. It'll be back come playoffs.
I can't wait for the playoffs. I mean, let's be honest, everyone's gonna be choosing Kings Row.
Lijiang, Kings Row, Rialto. Yep, that's gonna be the 3 every single time. That's part of the reason why we swapped it out.
And it looks like Recto's doing some funny Junkrat business right now. If you look on the corner, the first corner, I guess you can see a trap and a in the mine. The good old gold strat right there. Just
should we bet absolutely nothing on who might fall into it first? My money's on Shootback, my non-existent money. Wait for it. Nope, Trip who will be the one to run into it. Probably the least consequential person.
Yeah, luckily bubbles exist, and Trip is able just to build charge off of it too. But it's gonna be very difficult for the
Pixel. Storm getting incredibly low. Trip actually at 4 HP. Flipside, aka GoTurk, now in on the main support will clean out that pick. We have a few exiting picks. Chief, please, they have families and you just annihilated them on the last 2 rounds of Busan, but there's really no healers right now for Genetics, so despite having both DPS, they gotta back up. In theory anyways, that's not what's actually happening. Is Chief still finding more? The Torbjorn goes hard.
Yeah, Chief has been looking phenomenal on the Torbjorn. Yeah, you have to reset here, but if you do get back fast enough, you'll have luckily you can avoid the spam of the Junkrat, and Chief is still doing work on this Torbjorn. He's 90% to his ultimate.
If it works, it works, and I mean it worked for like a round and a half on Busan, so you can't really say much more. However, you have the High Noon. Completely annihilated from Nepo. He stood no chance. Recto looking to even it up, but Declan and Chief are both still alive. Declan working that magic on the Reaper once again. It definitely seems to be a comfort pick. And that's definitely going to be at least 2 ticks there for first point.
Yeah, definitely going to be 2 ticks. I don't even know if they're going to get a yeah, never mind, they do. But
He stood no chance. He just melted. Oh no.
actually, yeah, no, there is a chance that they could turn. Never mind. Just at this
Oh
point, fall
no,
down.
what?
I mean, no,
Okay.
it's immoral. You're going to build that thing in like 2 seconds.
Okay, well, they're still going. Declan is just hungry for blood at this point. Team be damned, he can do this by himself. Well, with Chief as well, because obviously those two, the DPS have been highly performing. Okay, well, we have Trip now on the high ground, probably not for much longer. Buffalo gets squished off to the side. Declan getting a good chunk of Baz's health down. Actually, Tommy Weasel, not someone we've talked about too much, but has been in the kill feed a pretty large amount. As Chief is just doing the poke on the payload. I guess he was emoting in the dance, but not anymore. Now he's just chilling.
Look, yeah, I kind of want to see a Torb 1v1 here.
Torb 1v1 on points. They do not respect it. Tommy Weasel says, screw you, midget. We are going to push the point even further.
Yeah. Chief has just been chilling here on this payload as Jason and the rest of his team has been doing most of the work here. Chief just turns around and he sees both tanks running towards him.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a thing, but I mean, this is not panic mode for Genetic in the slightest, that they're still finding picks somehow, although it should be ending rather soon as Pixel Storm and Buffalo running around in a little bit of a kill squad, bringing it back to Season 2 flush days, I suppose, at least for Baz. Different role now. But no, Genetic still pushing up.
Yeah, the beat, the window, yeah, no, it's still very much Genetics fight to lose here. They have the utility in these ultimates here. Shupak may go down here. He's getting relatively low. And
he is getting a little bit hyper aggressive, not falling quite yet, but a lot of ultimates being invested. Baz stuck in the Graviton Surge. It doesn't even matter if Shupak falls, because Baz is, oh dear, on the ground, back to spawn. Tevatron looking for a little bit of an MTD of his own, getting a little bit of revenge, and Flipside looking to get out. Will barely with a sliver of HP, but now he's stuck down below the map. And in a little bit of an awkward position as the rest of Easy Clap are looking to recontest.
Declan on the Reaper guy has been also putting out a lot of damage, and we're seeing an early multi-core.
They don't even touch?
I know, they can't.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We have a little bit of respect for the Lucio 1v1, I suppose, as Flipside respects it. Plus, I'm not showing up in the kill feed, but it certainly got a lot of assists there. Trip steals probably play of the game.
Yeah, Trip, they did throw in a lot of damage there. Poor Toad Turk has just been, it's just been feeling the wrath of whether that's Shupak or Declan. And Lucio's basically, Shupak's playing Lucio like he's a third DPS here. Look at how aggressive.
I mean, you kind of have to be in Primal Rage coming in, as well as multiple other Shatters coming out. Devatron looks to stabilize the situation with Shatter, and it's actually working. Buffalo and Baz now gone and out of the fight. A lot of ultimates being invested still from Easy Clap. I think that was all 6 of them, and they really only got like, what, 1 kill? And I believe that was Shupak, who's going to be back rather soon. The payload's like 0.01%. Oh, dear, this is just getting ridiculous. Easy Clap need to find the stabilizing moments, and they don't get the chance. That's 2 minutes and 45 seconds on a map that's not easy to capture all 3 points.
Also, bit of an update as well. It looks like Trolley Gang has completely forfeited their match, so that's a go for Kingdom.
There are no shows. That's unfortunate. I don't know. We're gonna have to check that. They're doing all right because they had to forfeit their one and only game from the weekend as well. But Recto, a little bit of trolling, saying they wanted a second map pick after losing to Busan, now saying they want third map pick as well. Unfortunately, they're not going to get a fourth map pick if they get quite that far along, but they have plenty of opportunities. It's now their turn to go on the offensive, maybe get a better time. Tactical trolling, or artistically trolling, as Flipside puts it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Hello. Greetings.
Yeah, interesting.
There's a lot of game echo from your side.
Yeah, I understand that. My getting in there we-
We-
I know my game echo has been a little brutal as of late because I am borrowing a friend's mic. Is this better?
uh, it's quieter, but it's still audible.
Bro, what?
It's the sensitivity on the headset microphone is a bit too much. Declan, waiting for the right opportunity. They don't notice him. A Buffalo in the wrong place at the wrong time. Says hello to that Reaper guy, and Declan now back with the rest of his team. Nepo soon to follow. Recto and the Genji might be able to get out. Surely not, however. Declan, this is not quite a deadlift, mostly because Tevatron is also actually leading in kills right now for Genetic, but it's a pretty darn good show of dominance. I don't know what more to say.
Yeah, Declan has definitely been looking a little bit more scary, I guess you can say. I think I might have fixed the mic issue, or can you still hear it in the background?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. Fix it. Nice. But yeah, apparently I was, I know the problem. I was using the line, and that's why you could hear it. So, we're gonna be...
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just not looking too pretty for Easy Clap.
yeah, Easy Clap, it looks like they're playing a, what is it, a High Masters ranked game right now, and Tevatron is able just to play aggressive.
Oh, Shupak might be a bit too aggressive, literally in spawn, but yeah, okay, there's no getting out of that one. The Graviton Surge from Baz saying, yeah, maybe not Frogman. Not this time, not that Frogman, the Frogman in game. You get the idea.
No way. No.
I
Oh my god, what?
he does get the Graviton Surge out, but Recto with the blade might be a bit hopeful there from Declan.
The good news
I think they're
is,
just
at
doing a
least,
little bit of trouble.
I mean, Shupak is kind of behind him right now. It's
Wait, he's still alive?
yeah, he's still alive, and
Oh.
finds him out. You better run. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That Genji's after your life. We gotta.
No way he survives, right?
mean, it's
They're just ignoring him. They're just ignoring him. Tevatron looking for a Shatterbird. Or no, actually, that was Pixel Storm. Doesn't find anything regardless. Dragon's coming in. I'm not sure where. Okay, that was from Spawn heading
look
towards
at the damage.
second point. Tevatron with the long range charge onto Buffalo. Oh no, you can't let this happen.
Oh my
Baz on the Hog looks for something with his own ultimate, but doesn't find anything, and while 2 ticks are yielded, that's about all that Easy Clap will be afforded this time as Tevatron, still looking to lead his team in kills.
Yeah,
This is just wrong.
Dude, Tevatron is just... Dude's like... Dude literally has been sniping people from downtown with his own body, like... Literally, Pin is a better sniper ability than just Hanzo in general. It's like, what?
Apparently, Declan pressuring Recto off of the high ground as well as Nepo, but the Dragon Blade coming in, Tevatron immediately melts it. But Declan does it again, the Reaper extraordinaire. Oh dear, he's just not allowed to exist for very long with that Dragon Blade Recto is, and while the kills are going back and forth, this should technically favor Easy Clap. It doesn't feel like Genetic are ready to give up the fight quite yet. They have a lot of slippery members. Trip does eventually fall immediately after getting the mines, but there's so many people now back from Genetic, it's going to be awkward for Easy Clap to push back in. Tevatron looking for another pin, gets Pixel Storm into his own backline, finishes the job. Declan once again finding so many picks. This is ridiculous. It feels like it's just becoming the Declan show and the Tevatron show. And we were hyping up Chief coming into this, and he's not even doing that.
I know, like Declan has just found his character, I guess you can say. And they are up 2-0 right now, and it's been a, this is a very dominant map too. What? I mean, I get...
It has to be Trip, right? No, wow, okay. Okay, tell me, Weasel.
All right, here we go. He
did light up the kill
feed. Him in the back right now. He has to shoot the bubble here.
Nice, nice.
I mean, that shot onto the Winston though was kind of nice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Baz never saw it coming, and all four cards go in favor of Genetic. It doesn't feel like Easy Clap are like that bad, but it feels like they're lacking the coordination that Genetics somehow picked up. I don't know what changed. Uh, Everyone was literally memeing on them for not picking anyone up from the midseason draft, which was their only chance to pick someone up. It's not like they get another chance. I,
Mhm.
I don't know what changed. They don't even have any
Yeah.
official coaches. I don't.
Well, well,
Yeah, I'm out of words here.
yeah, this is a interesting, very interesting match here because, like, honestly, I expected this to be a 3-0 on the other way, and at this point, it's looking like a hashtag genetic sweep. But will genetic get the sweep, or will we see Easy Clap kind of push back a little bit? We're gonna go into a quick break, so you can find out after that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this. It's a game, all right.
Yeah,
Genetic versus Easy Clap. Genetic up 2-0, and despite whatever struggles Easy Clap has been having this season, I don't think anyone quite expected this
I know.
because Genetic struggled just as hard.
Oh no, no, Genetics actually been struggling harder. They between the two divisions, they have the worst map differential in the league,
Well,
and
maybe
that's
not anymore.
well, yeah, maybe not anymore nowadays. It's it's definitely an interesting match to say the least. Genetic has been looking relatively good, and I don't think Easy Clap is going to do really anything to solve their lineup as they are rocking a brawl comp on this map with very low DPS. I mean, it does have a ton of utility, but it's like May and Sombra. What?
It'll be interesting to see how they decide to run out on this a little bit of a different look. I mean, you just have Declan staring at them from on high, from inside the spawn, no less. So they know exactly where Easy Clap is. It's just a matter of if they're going to expect the Sombra, because they shouldn't have seen Recto, who's in invisibility the entire time. But I mean,
Yeah.
Bastion Reaper,
Oh, they know.
this could get a little bit dangerous for Easy Clap. A bit of a
I,
scuffle around the points. Nothing really coming out of it quite yet. But Spaz's barrier is now gone. This is go time if there ever was one. And both tanks from Genetic coming from the backline. I don't think they were expecting them to come from there. Nepo trying to get a freeze on. The tanks actually walls him off immediately, gets rid of it. It was not a very strong close hold.
Yeah, Strip, like literally just the two lowest mobility tanks in the game literally just flanked you from behind and like I mean Reinhardt has his pin technically, so he's not the lowest mobility, but still. Oh, Temptron's trying to go an aggressive and they roll Lucio.
Side gets walled off by Nepo, his own May, and while they are rotating around, so you can test the cart, there's only going to be so much they can do as the Shatter comes in, finds both tanks. The hack doesn't really matter. Recto can only do so much building up to that EMP, but will fall to Shupak, who gets two back-to-back.
Oh no, Chief.
Group kills, but you get the idea.
Chief.
And the hammer kill. To make it even that much worse, they're just pushing forward. They're not even allowing Easy Clap to respawn. Someone's just sitting on the carts. I think that's just Chief chilling up there. No reason to fret, as the Death Blossom actually will take out the two stragglers. Pixel Storm might not even get out alive. Nope. This is brutal.
Yeah, I think they were just literally punching Baby to death, which is I think that's illegal. And it looks like
Oh, Shupak getting a little bit too close for comfort and certainly will not survive. Trip antied, basically just no battery at this point. Both tanks and the main support now gone. EMP gets rid of the Amp Matrix, but the cart's still moving. They're not really doing anything on Easy Clap.
Yeah, Easy Clap has
Oh, Declan. Oh no. Oh no, they let him get out!
He lives.
No, sir, you don't let that happen. Tevatron finds 3 with the Shatter on top of that. Translates into at least 1 kill, and they don't touch it.
Guys, the point.
No, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, honestly, this game has been brutal. It's like honestly, Easy Clap is literally playing super separated. I mean, I guess they're just trying to have fun this game, which it's unfortunately going to cost you some standings. So Goats only gets to move up in the series, which is move up after this week. It looks like.
Possibly don't count chickens before they hatch. Rectophobia coming back on the Hanzo, looking to stabilize, and he is doing just that. Declan now on the Bastion. I'm not sure how long that will last, especially once he's anti Recto, just lighting up the kill feed. Tevatron can only do so much. Recto coming back with, what's that, 4 kills now? There's only so much they can do, and Shupak is scouted out. Tommy Weasel dangerously close to falling, and actually Nepo decides he wants to get in on the kills as well. Finally,
Yeah,
after 2.5 points, a stabilization for Easy Clap.
yeah. And Recto on the Hanzo has just been putting in work.
You have
Okay.
the attack coming in, sleep coming in onto Tevatron, but not before he manages to shatter Pixel Storm and get the mech out of there. But the DPS on Easy Clap are finally able to stake their claim and prevent any further offensive.
Yeah. I mean, literally, you're just running into two spammers with a brawl comp, and yeah, trip down goes Zarya. She's actually going to be really good on this point, considering that it is more flat. However, the tanks that you're going with can easily keep their distance and just play around cooldowns, I guess you can say. But yeah,
Dragons will find Trip there. It's going to be difficult to push in, especially with the Bastion, without any kind of bubbles to keep anyone alive. Shupak getting dangerously low, trying to 1v1 Recto, but that has not worked out particularly well for them in the past. Anti-Nade coming in onto well, the two that fall there from Genetic, and they're going to have to back up at this point. There's no way they survive any further in this fight. Stragglers getting taken out. Recto will find a few more. 3 in particular almost goes for a 4th. But
yeah, Recto
better of it.
Recto has been putting in a lot of work. He used the dragons at the beginning of the fight, and look at this. He's already 87 back up to it. So if he just fires a few more storm arrows into the general vicinity, then he can definitely build it up by then.
Nano boost coming in onto Baz. Will find Chief almost immediately. Nepo taking out the Bastion, as it were, who actually used his tank mode as well. So that's not looking too good for Genetic. It looks like they will be stopped here. And while they do have just under 3 minutes remaining, they're probably going to have to change things up. Yeah, Declan gets off the meme pick, back over to old reliable.
Yeah, this Reaper guy, he's been very good on him today. Declan has been hard carrying. Trip is kind of playing a little too aggressive there, to say the least. As we do see the Torp come out as well. Oh, that is not something you want to do in a Hanzo's line of sight.
Certainly not. I don't think they realized Recto was there. Bomb and Primal Rage coming in. Actually, we'll find Tommy Weasel, so, I mean, if it wasn't already apparent, Genetic definitely have to back out, but doesn't look like Easy Clap wants to give them that luxury. They want to get a few more staggers if possible. Declan getting a little bit low, but it looks like they should be able to stabilize now. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Recto looking for yet another Dragons.
Yeah, he's once again 87 back up to the Dragons here. We do have basically a free shatter coming up, and he does find 2 with it, but the beat is there just in time.
Shatter coming in, ultimates galore, but no real kills found quite yet. The Immortality Field out. The Graviton Surge actually finding quite a few members of Easy Clap, and it will allow Tevatron to just swing his hammer nonstop, get about halfway to that shatter, clean up house, and finally Genetic will be able to push this card just a little bit closer to that final point. Baz getting ready for the recontest, however.
Yeah,
come back over.
Basil,
he gets melted, and they don't touch.
Yeah, nothing really too much you can do without a primal there. I mean, yeah, he was 25%, so if he were to play kind of closer to the kind of around his bubble, then he could have probably farmed it just by zapping him. But nothing really too much you can do there. Like, yeah, they do complete the map with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised here if they were to rock the brawl once again, because Tev just seems in his comfort zone on this Reinhardt. So
certainly, it's now once again it's Easy Clap's chance to clap back. Of course, that didn't really work out too well for them on the previous map of Eichenwald, so who knows if they have it in them. They certainly have been floundering all series long, and it's hard to say exactly what. Obviously, they don't have a proper off-tank, as Baz has been playing a lot of main tank, and Pixel Storm is known as one of the better main tanks in the Advanced Division, but I don't know. They're just not working out for them, whatever they try. They can only do so much, and this is potentially their last chance.
yeah, I'd say definitely a what is it? It's definitely been a interesting series, to say the least. I mean, we are going to be seeing a Winston Reinhardt comp coming out from Genetic here. Honestly, not too bad considering that.
No.
Trip?
getting a little bit aggressive, to say the least, just sitting on half HP, but it is Tommy Weasel who will fall first to Baz. No peel whatsoever, and that was just about as successful as Easy Clap's close hold, actually. So, 1 for 1, tit for tat.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, Easy Clap definitely didn't die as fast, and they still do have a Tracer zipping around in the back line. So Declan could seriously put in some work if he is undetected. Wow, never mind.
Actually, well, we do have Chief and Declan both behind as well. I don't think they realize the Reaper is behind them either. But there's only so much that they can do as Sevatron running up to okay, skill orbs. Love to see it. And Genetic basically turns the table. They flip the script here as they're now in what looks like attacking position. Trip pulling its Evatron, I guess is the best way to put it, with a Hail Mary charge and managing to find a Buffalo of all people.
Yeah.
This is actually significantly more successful close hold. Maybe not
Oh,
quite as
never mind,
close for Recto with the Pulse Bomb clearing house, but Trip still in a tiny little corridor. Probably going to fall here to Baz, but there's only so much that they can do here on Easy Clap. They don't quite have the ability to push the cart very much further, as there's quite a lot of members of Genetic still guarding it. Declan is just running amok with the backline. Chief guarding the cart. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, Chief was in a perfect position there because he tried to Baz tried to chase with Declan around a corner there, but instead he was met with a couple shotguns in the face, and we see the 360 shatter. Not finding anyone.
No, we do have Chief falling there to Baz, but that's really the only pick that Easy Clap is finding. The card is slowly moving, but the contention is there primarily from Shootback in particular. They're just kind of emoting on cart now. That's how little Easy Clap is threatening them.
Yeah, this is I mean, yeah, Easy Clap at this point definitely has to be trolling. There's no way they're actually doing this. Maybe they didn't have enough members for their team and they couldn't get a reschedule. But Genetic has been looking pretty good at this map, and honestly, they could lead the split to start the year, which is interesting.
Interesting for sure. Baz gets the nano early on to survive from a pulse bomb. It actually does the lead to both supports now. Gone. Trip taking Nepo along with him, but Easy Clap still comes out of that one on top. But they do need to start pressuring the cart, as at a certain point, Genetic is going to have a spawn advantage here. Easy Clap are all intact, besides Nepo, who will be coming back briefly. Yeah. But I mean, Chief and Tommy are now back, ready to recontest, so they need to capture this point fast. Coming out to contest, actually dueling beats. Quite a few ultimates coming out, but Tommy Weasel will be the first to fall in the engagement. To have a bomb coming out will take down the other support of Genetic, but Declan and Chief are not quite ready to give it up. That being said, they might be forced to, as 0.5 meters remain between them and first point capture. Staying off
still doing this.
What feels like the inevitable. Declan finds Flipside, but they have to get off the cart. That's going to be first point capture. Trip just suicide charging towards the points. Can't even get the D-Mech. He actually finds 3 with the shatter. Jason gone, Recto gone, Pixel Storm out of mech, and that's going to slow the progress quite a lot.
Yeah, and also that stall from Declan was perfect because it forced out the Primal, and Jason is now forced to switch over to the Hog, which in this comp, it's going to be relatively difficult unless you can land your hook on the Tracer consistently. Teb does eliminate the other tank in the process, though, so definitely a bit of an advantage here.
Pretty gnarly Roadhog, as he shows right there, getting the Moira out of the fight. They're ready to push this card a little bit further, but Nepo gets on the wrong side of Chief. And actually, so does Buffalo. I don't even know where the hell they are. They're actually way behind enemy lines, closer to the spawn. But I mean, it's working because the card's getting awkward. No, you can't let this happen if you're Easy Clap. You have to do something about it.
Yeah, Chief has just been kind of popping off there. You have a Hog pushing cart. You don't really want to contest him as Moira, considering that a Wet Noodle does more damage than your
Shootback. There's no way he survives, right? There's no way he survives. Surely Nepo does not allow him to get out alive. The Pixel Storm getting Kamehameha back out of existence as Nepo is just chilling.
Look at Trip.
Trip
I mean,
is where he is on top of the spaceship.
yeah.
That's
I mean, he may be going for a flank pin here, especially with his Lucio with him. So you get to speed around the best DPS in the game with Reinhardt here, and
certainly,
also,
but the cart is pushing up the entire time. Kills actually finally coming in favor of Easy Clap, with Baz guarding the cart on this Roadhog Chief, looking to do something, but is on quite literally like 2 HP, getting the health pack a little bit, but just has to reset. And it's actually looking okay-ish for Easy Clap. Not great, but
wait,
not
where
horrible.
is Trip in there? No, never mind. Trip died, but
No,
yeah, Trip
yeah,
died. He was all the way in their backline. Like, honestly, I kind of enjoy his Ryan play very much. He's playing like a silver main tank, but it's working.
I mean, whatever works, right? Baz getting the nano boost, but also getting shattered for it, not going to be able to find anything, didn't have breather ready. So Trip getting the better of that tank duel. I guess technically a main tank duel. Both can be a main tank in the right situation. Trip looking for more. Tevatron looking to follow up. While Trip does fall, they find more kills than they give up in that engagement. Pixel Storm looking for something with the bomb, but it clipped off the back. Baz looking for something with the whole hog. Actually will take out Tevatron. So the cart continues to push forward, but at this point I have to wonder if they will get a better time than Genetic.
Yeah, Genetic has been a very interesting round here, throwing their off tank onto the main tank, and yeah, Trip just goes down in the process here. Nice shots coming out from Buffalo as well.
Tevatron and Declan. The kill squad will find a few members of Easy Clap, but they still seem to want to push forward. Granted, this is devolving into what people thought Overwatch 2 would be before they realized it was still a team game. It's basically what Apex thought. Trip finding Flipside with the Hail Mary charge. That's got to be a new record between him and Tevatron. It's just getting ridiculous at this point. And now we have a few swaps coming in for Easy Clap. It's getting down to 1 point territory.
Still going, but yeah, no. Okay. The beat coming from the heavens.
Doesn't
that's
even find Tevatron. He's still very much in danger.
Yeah, and Flash Fan on the Lucio too, so nothing really too much you can do there if you're Lucio, unless you're covered by a beat.
Well, at the very least, Genetic know what they're doing. They are killing the clock incessantly to the point where Easy Clap aren't going to capture this outside of overtime. And while Genetic need to recollect themselves, they nano on the Rhine, and the Winston kills coming in left and right. Trip going for the Hail Mary once again. Doesn't really find anything. Gets nanoed, slept, woken up, getting low, does fall to the Lucio. But overtime is now clocked. Now it's go time for Genetic. If they want to win this map and actually win the entire series, they need to make something of it right here, right now, if they don't want it to go into extra rounds. Chief back on the soldier, but doesn't last for very long. Recto on the Tracer, so you know they're serious now. They want to reverse sweep, or at least start one. Trip getting taken down rather low, and that should be the round. Surely. 1 minute for Easy Clap, 2 minutes and 7 seconds for Genetic, so Easy Clap will get another chance to attack. Potentially more successful this time.
What the hell is happening?
Overwatch.
This is looking like some novice Overwatch right here. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I mean these players are mechanically gifted, but it's
there's a distinct difference between novice Overwatch and advanced Overwatch that are trolling. Trust me, I've seen both.
Yeah, the distinct difference is that these players actually have the skill.
They can flip the switch when they want to. They just don't want to.
Exactly. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here to see another. We may actually see both these teams trying because both the comps are actually somewhat reasonable here. You don't have a Reinhardt and a Roadhog trying to flank in your backline 24/7, and
ironically. They're waiting for extra rounds to actually try, but they got their wish, so this is it, potentially.
Yeah, this is Shupak is still making a decision between the Brig and the Mercy. You better run quickly, boy, because this round's about to start, and they have 2 aggressive tanks here, so get onto that high ground, help support your Ana, please.
To quote one of the worst CEOs Overwatch has ever seen, this is the chance for Easy Clap. As we do have a very aggressive dive, but both supports from Easy Clap are anti-nated for a brief period, so they need to stay further back. They can't afford to wipe here. They need to make sure to keep that constant pressure on the cart. Declan and Tevatron causing a little bit of a ruckus. Baz looking for a dive onto the high ground, but denied once again. It's a little bit of a poke warm. Trip now used his bubbles, and Buffalo is going to be the first to fall. Rectophobia soon thereafter. Flipside getting dangerously low, but Baz actually will be getting a bit too aggressive. This is going to have to be a hard reset, and this is the final chance for their offense. The card is not pushed very far whatsoever. Easy Clap might be in death's row at this point.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing Rectophobia touch the cart. However, the Winston can easily just jump down there and jump back up.
Tevatron,
and that is a lot of damage.
Pixel Storm didn't get a chance to get back into the mech, and this is looking like a clean wipe. Recto still on the cart, but they're just contesting it. There's really no pressure there. A Lone Tracer can only do so much, even if it is Rectophobia. Nepo trying to come back on the soldier, but Tevatron pops the Primal Rage, trying to prevent anyone from touching. And the cart will rest there just underneath the halfway point down the hill.
Yeah,
Genetic has their first series win of the season in their sights. They smell blood in the water. Are they going to lunge?
I know this could be a this could be a 3-0 3-0 for Genetic. Like honestly, like Genetic just looks like the more organized team. I mean, yeah, sure, both these teams are trolling to their hearts out. Honestly, both these teams should rebrand to Trolley Gang, but it's definitely been an Overwatch game.
This has been one of the games of Overwatch of all time.
Yes, I agree. Definitely the game of Overwatch of all time. Chief is going to be back on the Torbjorn, and Chief's Torb has been really, really good throughout the series. Even though he hasn't been the primary damage dealer, he's been putting in consistent damage.
Yeah, and as a player who is pretty consistently cursed with having to swap from hit scan to flex DPS throughout an entire series, it is nice to see him kind of stick on that flex DPS position more. Just pick one and stick on is what I used to tell him when I personally coached him. Bias aside, it is nice to see that Declan can take that hard hit scan role. I would imagine he's going to swap over to the Reaper after he's making a quick teleporter here to the bridge. Yep, sure enough. Aggressive TP, no less. An anti-nade comes in from Buffalo. They are just gone and out of here. Deleted. Goodbye, good team. Try again next time, as the Reaper can only do so much.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a tough thing to do, especially losing your main support so late as well. It has been Trip, they are making erratic swaps here, it looks like. I mean, yeah, they are going to be rocking a double bubble comp here. Trip definitely seems to be the most comfortable on the Zarya, or just playing super aggressively as Rein, too.
Yeah, Chief, as I say, he was sticking on the flex DPS, is now over to a hit scan, but so is Declan, so fair is fair. Double hit scan. They are dangerously close to capturing the points, and actually with Goturk Flipside now out of the fight, it is getting a little bit dicier as the offense still has the spawn advantage. Baz now out of the fight. It's just Pixel Storm, but he's now out of mech, effectively out of the fight. Shoot Pack finding a kill. Pixel Storm falls, and they take it 3-0.
Yes.
Genetic claims their first win of the season. And let's see who gets the final play of the game for this series.
I wouldn't be surprised. Tevatron. Here we go. We got the Reinhardt coming in for the play of the game. It looks like he is going to be playing on the flank right now. And look at that damage going into the grab. Just swinging his hammer away freely. Not really hitting any skill shots other than there. But you know what? No. Tevatron, great tank player. And Genetic takes their first win of the regular season.
Certainly a good start to the second split, because remember, season's not over yet. The second split has its own tournament, and Genetic could very well make their way into the top portion of the overall standings if they try their hearts out. But this is certainly a good start to that. But stick with us, folks. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to get someone from Genetic to do an interview. So we'll be right back with more whatever this was after a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after whatever that series was. We have a few members from Genetic here with us right now. We have Trip and Chief. How you guys feeling after not only that win, but the first win of the season for you?
Oh, I'm feeling quite indubious, I do say. How about you, my good sir, Chief?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good as well. Here's a fun fact while we're at it. This comp today was founded by Trip, my Canadian goat. And he found my Torb, told me, "Yo, Chief, get on that Torb," and I fragged out.
I just saw some raw, unhinged talent on the Torbjorn, and I
Of
was
course.
All right, and it seemed like Easy Clap was a little more disorganized than you guys. Would you say that y'all definitely exploited that throughout the match?
oh no, not at all. I would never exploit my enemies. I'm a fair team player.
Of course. No, we didn't. Realistically, I don't even know where this coordination came from because we didn't scrim at all. Trip, I don't think it was their last scrim. He's been
I
gone
don't
for like
I
3
don't think
weeks.
I think this is the first time I've showed up. I just
Yeah,
want you to know that. I
yeah,
don't think
like
I just came back from a 2.5 week trip, and I haven't
yeah.
been doing much since then.
If anything, I think we just full send it, right? We just said like, let's just go have fun, and we just went in. That was our game plan, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it certainly did. Now, in particular, it's mostly Tevatron Trip a little bit when you were on the Rhine. You had some, we'll call them inspirational charges. Were those called at all, or is it just like I'm going in? Or
Oh, so I'll let you in on a little secret. I have this sixth sense, you may know. And basically my sixth sense I just can sense an opportunity. And most people don't have it, and I just pin on opportunities.
and
So
you
no, it was
just
not
like
called.
you just
Oh, I don't need
I
to
don't know, you
call
just
things like that. I just we have such a strong team bond. We can just all follow up on it.
fair enough. I mean, it certainly worked. I mean, in particular, what was it? Eichenwald, you guys pretty much just rolled on through.
Yeah, exactly. I've been
Corbs.
honing my skills on the main tank recently.
Yeah, and would you say that Ryan is the best DPS character in the game?
No, I
100%.
don't know if you know this, but Ryan is actually a tank hero.
Oh, I know that, but would you say he's still the best DPS character in the game?
No,
Mm.
I'm sorry. You might want to put this off the air, but Ryan's actually a tank hero. He's not a DPS
Jesus
character.
Christ. I mean,
You
in
might want to
Trip land, he
reread
is
the script, line 5 that says tank.
All right, fair. I mean, yeah, fair enough. But
also.
he's definitely a tank who can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. I just want to say, Corbs, yeah, thank you for believing in us. In our team chat,
Yeah, of
those
course.
kind words before the match, that carried us today. I
Yeah,
think.
Corbs.
course.
Remember when you saved that baby panda burning in the tree? That was awesome. Nice
Yeah.
job.
Thank you. Anyways, I'll be here all night. But all right, or Acronator, do you have another question at all?
I do. So next week on the schedule, you guys are slated to verse Trolley Gang, the other team that, well, is still currently winless. So you're actually above them in the standings. How you feeling against that, assuming they show up? Cough.
Right, they have a 0% win rate, so you expect that they're gonna beat us.
Exactly. And if I do the math right, 25 is higher than 0, right?
Of course,
I agree.
100%. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna throw it out there that I might have 100% win rate. It's a
That is true.
possibility.
Oh yeah, that is very true.
But
Trip
I
does.
think coming out of this game, I think we're gonna play the same way. Like, I'm just gonna announce it. We're gonna play the same way. Full send it. We'll see what happens. I think we have a good chance of winning against them, but that's only if they even show up in the first place, because they've not been good at that so far.
Yeah. And last question for both of y'all. Trip, go ahead and start it. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Okay, so it depends. What is the temperature of the room? What is the temperature of the pizza, and what is the temperature of the pineapple?
Picture average, like your average sunny day, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The pizza is a hot pizza, and the pineapple is put on cold.
The pineapple's cold. Okay, so I'm thinking if we leave the pineapple to sit for a little bit, it's a possibility. But the cold pineapple just doesn't clashes with the pizza's vigorous flavor.
All right, and Chief?
I'm gonna say no, but
Good.
I am willing to try it.
Not good.
Oh, Chief, that's so glad to hear. Nice
All right.
job.
Thank you both of y'all for coming into the interview room. Go back and go celebrate with your team.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
thank
a
you, man.
pleasure. Thank you so much. It was quite the pleasure, my indubious friends.
Well, Hackery, that was
That
an
was
Overwatch
a
match.
that was a thing. Surely it was. Either way, thank you all for tuning into this historic moment. Truly, as Genetic claims their first win and actually goes up pretty far in the standings for the second split. Not that far up in the overall standings quite yet, but who knows? Maybe
And,
the start of something special. Either way, follow the Twitch and tune in tomorrow for nothing because we're not doing anything tomorrow. It's
But tune in
Wednesday.
Wednesday
Yeah, that's what it
because we
was.
do have Goats Only versus Red Veil, which could be a very interesting matchup. And
It's probably going to be the closest match this week. Let's be honest.
honestly, yeah, it's gonna be the closest match this week. And also to Armem and Frogman, y'all better get a financial plan to get me a pizza here soon.
Inside joke / bet among the division coordinators. Either way, that's all we've got for tonight and most of what we have for this week. So until Wednesday, don't die.
In the mix.